Welcome back to the Raptors Wrap-Up podcast. I'm your host, Edwin Lingam. Let's get the show on the road. The Raptors close out the regular season 59-23. A great season, franchise record, historic season for the Toronto Raptors franchise. The Raptors were unable to close it out with the win to get their 60th win, but this team did pull out a couple wins against the Orlando Magic and the Detroit Pistons, which they should have. Rested a couple stars in these ones. DeMar DeRozan rested in the first game against the Orlando Magic. Raptors able to take care of business. CJ Miles gets back on track. Perfect. Much needed. CJ Miles gets back on track. He's been struggling lately. He was hitting the three ball beautifully. Just swishing. Every shot looked like it was going in. He was 5 of 10 from the 3-point line. 22 points. Just killed it. Another note, OG Anunoby, career high, 21 points and 8 rebounds. Showing some potential right there in OG. And OG is going to be huge in the playoffs, so he needs some confidence going into the postseason. Then you got the Detroit Pistons. This game, it was going back and forth. Serge Ibaka resting in this one. It was a back-to-back. Raptors were kind of in the midst of things in that first and second quarter. Went down by as much as 17 in the game, but came back, ran off a 13-0 run to close off the second quarter. Made this game into a tight battle after that. JV was a monster in this game. 25-9, dominated since there was no Blake Griffin, no Andre Drummond, no Reggie Bullock. Their front court was pretty thin, and JV went to work early and often. He did not play the fourth. None of the starters played the fourth, and they dominated with their bench. No Van Vliet in this one, still resting that injury, and the Raptors came out on top. They dominated, and it was a wrap. Raptors win another game, made that 4 in a row, take their winning streak into the Miami Heat house. And the thing about the Miami Heat is that they play great defense against top 10 offenses. And Miami Heat, known for their grit and grind, their defensive team, definitely a team that the Raptors might face in the Eastern Conference playoffs depending on how they finished. And the Raptors ended up losing this one in overtime. Man, that was, I would say, a playoff type game. Both teams going back and forth. Kyle Lowry coming up big in the fourth quarter to force overtime. Raptors bench wasn't giving anywhere close to enough. Wayne Ellington, god damn it. This guy was what CJ Miles is supposed to be. On fire, marksman, sniper from 3-point land. 30 points in the game. Unstoppable in that fourth quarter. Dribble handoffs, spot up shooting. Took it to the paint when he was contested high. And he was dominant. The Miami Heat bench scored 75 points on the Raptors. And 75 points is way too many points to give it to a bench. And the Raptors got a taste of their own medicine. Raptors bench was dominated. And the Miami Heat bench shined. The starters for the Miami Heat rested and didn't play for the fourth and the overtime session. No Dragic in this one, who was also known as the Toronto Raptor killer, since he always plays well against Kyle Lowry and makes it hard for any of the Raptors to get it going, to be honest. So Raptors still lost this game without Goran Dragic playing, but this game had tons of changes in the Eastern Conference playoff picture with the result of this match. The Washington Wizards rested John Wall and lost the game. So they lost and fell to the 8th spot. Miami Heat beat us and moved up to the 6th spot. If Raptors beat the Miami Heat, they would have had the Miami Heat in the first round. But since they lost them, they get the Washington Wizards instead. Bucks jockey and fall into 7. And the Bucks want to be in the 7th spot, taking on the undermanned Boston Celtics. And the Raptors get the Washington Wizards, who want to face us instead. So here's where we come and dissect the entire regular season. Raptors went 59-23, historic season. Dwayne Casey, huge candidate for Coach of the Year. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry really stepped up their game. They sacrificed and they learned to make the ball move more, less isolation, a lot of adjustment for two all-stars. For them to change their entire game style and how they play the game, it's tough. And for them to accept that role and to help develop the young guys, it was a huge sacrifice by them, and especially JV as well. JV, the ultimate definition of sacrifice, revamped his game, became more of an outside shooter, developed a three-point shot, and was playing within the offense, and he's benefiting. And he's played way more fourth quarters this season, and as a result, the Raptors have won a lot more games, a franchise record 59 wins, and the best home team in the NBA. So having home court in the first round, in the second round, and the third round is huge for this team. So locking up that first seed was huge. So this is the first time the Raptors got the first seed in the whole franchise. So multiple achievements made this year. Great season. Bench developed amazing. Van Vliet, leader of the bench mob, emerged this season. Just a great season that the Raptors have. Gotta continue it into the postseason. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And check out my link below if you guys want to check out any post-game coverage on what's going on with Toronto Raptors and what they did right and what they did wrong. Check it out. The website's right here and it's in the link below. Peace.